that time of year again when everyone's traveling. But travel looks a little different this year than it has in years in the past because we're coming out of the pandemic. We're beginning to shed our masks and get back to the new normal. I've had a lot of families ask me about travel this year because it is kind of unpredictable. Travel, in terms of air travel, is back up to pre-pandemic rates, but unfortunately the airlines really have not been able to keep up with onboarding their staff. So there's been tremendous challenges with air travel. So my suggestion is, if your kiddo can handle a lot of transitions and can handle waiting, I think air travel is fine. You have to be prepared to be stuck, unfortunately, because that's what's happening to the majority of people that are flying right now during the summer because of the demand. Remember that airline crews time out. So even though the plane might be there and you all might be ready to go, if they don't have a crew, they're going to cancel that flight. They are trying to cancel them in advance, so you have some notice, but there's still quite a number of cancellations going on. So be prepared for that. If your kiddo, if that does scare you, which for a lot of our families it's unpredictable, then road travel. Road travel is a little more predictable for you. And you also gives you the flexibility of deciding when you're going to go and not go. You know, with airlines, once you go through that TSA, you really have no control. So, if you do road travel, there's still a lot of things like we did during the pandemic, renting a cabin, going down to the beach, all those different types of things. So think in terms of that. Remember what I always say, bring everything you need. Bring activities, novel activities, bring all of the different medicines, clothing items, those things you think you're going to need. Do a checklist to make sure you get all those things. The other thing to think about is dietary stuff. So when you're traveling on the road, make sure if you've got a picky eater, you're prepared for that process. But I think most importantly this year is really set your expectations of your trip lower. And what I mean is, it's time together as a family, so don't have tremendous expectations. Have downtime. Just have time to enjoy each other, and be glad that we're actually able to travel now safely. So masks, are optional right now in a lot of places. So make sure you're mindful of that with your kiddos that aren't vaccinated, and have a great summer.